Hi, everybody. Today is December 5th, 2023. I am Ashley Wilkins, Senior Wealth Manager with the Rice Partnership, and I have Orest Saikevych here, our Chief Investment Officer. Hi, Orest.
Yeah, hi, Ashley. Hello again, everyone. Season's greetings.
So the market is up about 20% year to date, but it's not all been, roses and sunshine. There's been some rocky road this year. Can you give us a review of what's happened so far this year and where we stand going forward?
Okay, well, as far as the economic picture, Ashley, the economy has done better than a lot of people expected. Part of that's due to the consumer. The consumer has more cash than everyone, including the government, thought at the beginning of the year. The labor market is held up very well. There is a structural shortage of labor in this country. So economic growth has been pretty good. On the other hand, earnings have been rather fickle because we started an actual earnings recession back in the summer of last year. Part of that is kind of a pandemic echo. A lot of the companies, especially the more cyclical goods companies that had done well earlier, and some of the retailers had overordered, thinking that their demand was just going to keep rising. Well, it turned out it didn't. And so they were stuck with a lot of inventory. And so they had to basically cut down on purchases, production, etc. But it appears that the earnings recession that we had is now ending, although recovery may be a bit slow. And as far as the market is concerned, yes, stocks have done well. The S&P is up over 20%, but the leadership has been narrow outside of what a lot of people call the Magnificent Seven, such as Apple and Microsoft and Amazon and the like. Outside of that group, there's only really been a few other stocks like, the obesity stocks in the healthcare area like Lilly, etc. So it's been a very narrow stock market this year.
And we're still below the historical high that we hit in 2021, correct?
That is correct.
And a
Yes.
lot of the movement this year is due to the AI stocks that you were alluding to. And a lot of analysts out there and people have been talking about AI and that we could be reaching a bubble. Are we reaching a bubble with AI?
Well, we're not there yet, Ashley, but certainly if things continue this way for a while, where we get exponential stock gains where it just kind of looks like a French curve just going up vertically, that would be an issue. I think the key difference between AI and the dot-com bubble back in 2000 is the fact that this time around we have actual earnings. A company like NVIDIA, which is widely considered to be the leader in AI, has raised guidance a number of times, and they've beaten guidance by over 50%. So the earnings are there right now. .com, on the other hand, was hope. Everyone was hoping for future earnings, but the earnings were not there. So that's a key differential right now, and that's why I don't think we're in a bubble yet, although if we kept on going this way for a while, we could be.
So for 2024, what is your general overview of your outlook for next year?
Okay. Due to the fact that we've had such a good year in 2023, we've probably borrowed a little bit from 2024. And also keep in mind, 2024 is a presidential election year. So historically, the market has been pretty choppy until we get past the election, at which point the market having certainty then manages to usually rally towards the end of the year. But it could be a very choppy year where not much happens the first 3 quarters or so.
So it might be a while before we get back to the highs of October of 21, sounds like.
Correct. And with respect to the economy, right now, we would say it's a 50-50 probability that we may get a recession next year. We might get a soft landing, although if we did get a recession, I think it would be a shallow one due to the fact that the consumers still have a lot of cash, and corporations have refinanced a lot of their debt at lower rates. So overall, I think even though the economy may slow, I think that overall earnings should keep recovering in 2024. And once we get past all the headlines, etc., with what's going to be going on with the election and all, the earnings should come through.
Well, we appreciate your insights as always, and happy holidays to everybody. We'll see you in the new year.
Okay. Happy holidays. Take care, everyone.